You ready to go? You ready for a walk? You are. Let's go then. Which way? G or Hawkey? We're going to G, are we? Okay. Oh, a nice morning. Right, where do you want to go? Do you want to cross over? You do. Okay. Come on then. So this is what we're dealing with. That's my electric bikes, and that is junk. I can barely get in there. There's my scooter, a lawnmower, garden chairs, keys, bed for out here. And this was shelving units, but all of the wood had rotted and they were bowing, so we had to take all of those shelves out. Left that one because it looked relatively okay, but if I had some shelves there, then I could get all of that out of the way. This was in my greenhouse, but I needed the room for plants to grow up, so I couldn't have the shelves in. So at the moment it's just like that. So the plan today is to make some shelves to go in here. I ordered and had delivered 6 big old rough sawn planks, which I'll show you in a minute, which I need to theoretically cut into 3. That's what we worked out, that I just need to cut it into 3, and then I'll take notches out. So like, I don't know if you can see, I can't really get there, but these are all notched so that they go around the supports, so that they extend further past, and also at the back right up against the wall, so that you've got maximum shelf space. So I need to try and do the same. Should be pretty simple, I think. Just stick a piece on, measure where the notch needs to go, cut it out. It has been raining, so we've got that to contend with. I've not tried to cut wet wood before, so hopefully it's not too wet. It was only a bit of a drizzle yesterday, but it had been raining heavily a few days before that. I just need space. I need to be able to move the bikes over and have floor space, and then be able to get in here and put my potting stuff, my pots and trays and things back into there, so I can move these bits of wood somewhere. So here's the planks. They're pretty big, so should be able to cut them into 3. They're not too wet actually. I know this isn't ideal because they are bowing, because this ground isn't flat. We didn't have anywhere else to put them, and I wanted to get them done straight away, but then we had the rain, so they have been sitting here bowing with the wet. My shelves that my dad built a very long time ago, and the original shelves he had, he'd cut notches, not out of that one, but the ones at the back, you can see they've been notched to fit flush up against the wall. My finger, yeah, it's a spider on my finger. Ew, ew, get off, gross. So I'm using my jigsaw for the first time. So you have to let me know if I'm doing anything wrong. It seems to be really, really wobbly, but I've got one notch out, so I'm going to cut the other notch. Feel free to tell me what I'm doing wrong, because I'm sure there's something, but yeah. It's like it wobbles so badly, and I'm trying to pin it down, and it's not working. I do need some sawhorses, but I don't have any. Right. I don't know what these settings mean, and I don't want to stop and look them up, so I've just gone in between. And I'm on 2 power. that's even going to fit now. Let's go and do a test fit, shall we? That fits perfectly. Perfect. Yeah, so that's one. Now I can put the other one back in and see if there's enough room to fit a third. Okay, that's the last time I'm standing on bubble wrap. So yeah, this is what I'm left with. Just a very small gap that would be resting on the frame. It's even worse on this side for some reason. I mean, it's probably not completely square. I mean, it would still be resting the rest of it on here, so maybe it'll be fine. I just need to mark up the notches on the front one. Right, top shelf, moment of truth. Do my notches fit? Perfect. This one's not going to be quite as sturdy because this edge is sticking out really far, but I couldn't go any further. I don't know why, it seems to get more narrow up here, but this is only going to be for pretty small lightweight things probably anyway, but I didn't want to stop it right back there because it's got all that extra space. So we have two nice big shelves and it's starting to rain, which is really annoying. We have two full shelves and then this one I am just about to cut the notches out. I've marked it up, but I've been reined in now, so I'm having to use the jigsaw inside. We have another perfect fit. Yay! Ah, lovely. They look so good. Nice, sturdy shelves. Yay! Oh, next step though is I need to get everything up there. And I'm not keen on tidying, but it'd be nice to be able to access the bikes, or store the bikes more effectively. Be able to tidy up this. That's my woodworking bench and I can't woodwork on it because it's got hot tub stuff there and then that can go on the shelves. It wasn't really that difficult to do. I do prefer hand sawing and it's actually easier on my wrist because the tools are really heavy. Holding the jigsaw was kind of, oh, did you hear it click? Was kind of painful on my wrist. Whereas hand sawing, my wrist stays in one position the whole time, so it doesn't hurt. But at the moment it's really bad. I think I've got like nerves trapped in here. I'm pointing. I'm trying to point. I think I've got nerves trapped in here at the moment and also here. They were just here, but now this side's hurting as well, the ulnar nerve. It hurts to like flex my wrist. I can't. That's as far as my wrist wants to go. That's as far as it should be able to go. Oh, yeah, like to there and the pain starts. I can force it to like there and it hurts, but I can't like get it a proper 90 degree. So I can't go any further than that. Oh, hurts. I did look up this. I looked up a video of this last night, just so that I knew a bit more about it, particularly this bit. So this is a pendulum apparently, so I don't know what it's for. I had it set on this one thinking that in the middle might be good, but this one is just like straight up and down, so I've switched it to that. It's less jumpy, but I don't know what the pendulum settings are for, because the couple of videos I looked at didn't mention it. I just know that I don't need that, I just need that, it's fine. Mine doesn't have a blower on it, which is really annoying. Some of them did and some of them didn't, but mine apparently doesn't seem to have a blower, so I have to keep blowing the sawdust out of the way. 1 notch, 2 notches. Now I can fit this one in, and then the middle one I can take 2, and well, I'll take all 3 of them because the third one needs notches too. It's the next day and I'm going to start loading up the shelves. I kind of need more space, but that's what I'm giving myself, is more space. Let's get started. I think I'm going to move the paint up to the top shelf, the house paint, because when we're going to use that, not very often. So I will I'll need a step because I'm too short for that. Hopefully this microphone's working. Yeah, seems to be. It's good. Got a little mic there. I recharged the batteries yesterday. Once I've managed to tidy it, I can actually use my shop vac for the first time and get some of this dust out of here. Right, start with the paint. Oh, I thought there was a giant, I thought there was something red in the way of the camera, but it's not. It's in the way of the LCD screen. It's just the wire connecting the microphone. But now that I can see a nice straight edge here, I can see that this old shelf is bowing. Oh, it's a bit spongy. So I might actually redo that shelf too, because it's a bit iffy. Oh, hang on, that's resting on that shelf. That shelf's resting on that can is what I meant to say. Oh, hello spider. I hope this isn't taking a huge amount of weight. I don't think so. Yeah, this one. Okay, I think I need to replace this shelf as well. On the plus side, I could use these as reference for where to cut, although this one is really loose and I don't really want it to be that loose. I want them to be a bit more wedged in like mine are, so they're more stable. Oh, these are gross. Yeah, we're going to do that first. Make that shelf. Top shelf I think is fine, completely different wood, and doesn't appear to be bowing. I thought I would show you how I'm marking up the notches, but unfortunately you're not going to be able to see because my tripod is at its tallest. Oh, hello. We have a guest. Yes. All I can see is a tail at the moment. I'll show you in a minute. So I'll show you down here, if I can, how I'm marking it up. Yeah, I can see you and your fluffy tail. So basically, how I'm marking this up is, I mean, there'll be loads of videos showing how to do this. Right, so, okay Chip, okay, in a moment please, I am working. Right, so the first thing I was doing was laying the plank down, butted up against the supports. Looks like he's gone. He'll be back probably. So butt it up against the supports, stick it out as far as I want on either side, which is just past the supports, about even on either side, and then mark. Oh, he's right by my foot now. Mark up where the support ends. Hello. Hi. Come here then, Chip. Come here. Come here. Everyone wants to see you, I'm sure. Come here. All right. Yes, here he is. Here's the Chip. Oh, you got some fuss, okay? Can you leave him here for a moment? Right, so I'm marking where the edge of the support is on the inside edge. So that will give me one of the cuts there. And then I'll do the same on the other thing without moving it to make sure that I get that even on both sides. So now you need to get the other side of the notch. So slide it past and then push it up against the support and up against the wall. So now I can get this side of the marking. I don't know if you can hear if this is making a lot of sense. Yeah, I'll come to you in a minute. So I'm marking this bit here. I'm going slightly in, giving myself a little bit of wiggle room because it doesn't need to be too tight. And then slide it out and to the other side. So you can see how the gap happens on the other side, but it's the opposite corner. Ooh, my tripod is skinny right now because it can't fit. There's no room. My tripod doesn't want to stand up. Right, okay, there. Right, there we go. Now let's turn. So this is the corner we're working on now. So I can mark this edge here. Are you being sick? Or are you coughing? That's really weird. Don't be sick in here, please. So, where's my piece of, where's the, oh, okay, I wasn't even pointed in the right direction. Did I film any of that just now? Guess I'll find out. So here's one of my markings and here's the other one. So I'm just going to use a set square to mark that triangle, and then this is the section that gets removed. Did I film any of that? I really don't know. I hope so. I mean, I think so, because I could see my hands. Okay, Chip. What I just realised I've done is I measured this shelf, not that shelf. So I really hope this fits, because I measured that shelf, the lower one. I mean, it should hopefully fit. Because I was demonstrating on a shelf you could see, I ended up using the wrong measurements. So, moment of truth is it's going to fit the correct shelf. Yes. Okay. Good. I am so grateful for that. Right, middle one in. Line them up. There we go. I really wish this tripod was a tiny bit taller, but it's not. Right, so now I need to do the markings for this last one, and I'm going to make sure I do it on this one and not down there. Okay, now I can start filling it up. I'm going to move this camera back out of the way. I know I want one of the shelves to house my charcoal, because since I got a barbecue, I've got a lot of charcoal. It's so annoying because you can't really see much. You've got the bikes in the way, you've got my pottery table. I am procrastinating just a little bit because I don't know where to start. Maybe I should start with the charcoal. But that's all the way over there. Right, I've got Keith's paddling pool, which I haven't needed to use for quite a while. I'll just pop it on the shelf for now. So that it's up. Oh, there's a little sailing boat. It's probably belonged to my brother. Oh, there's my corner jig. I probably was looking for that at some point. Don't need that rubbish. So I do need my corner jig. Oh wow, like cobwebs and ooh, what even is that? Ooh, I think that's broken down foam. Ew, it's the decomposed foam. I think that's going to be a painting supply shelf. Small paint pots, trays, rollers, etc. Here. Oh, here we go. Painting supplies. More painting supplies. You see, this is what happens when you have a messy garage, is that you have all the things you need but you can't find them, so you buy more. And then when you go to tidy it, you find all of the things you already had. So we've got 3 large painting trays, and I'm pretty sure there's another one. I don't know, maybe not. I think this was the one I used for the office that we bought new because I didn't know where the other ones were. filler pump thingy. I don't know technical names for things, but I know what their jobs are. We got this one. This was my first attempt. I don't think I even showed it when I was making the Halloween pumpkins last year out of foam. This was my first attempt and it looks so bad. His face is so small, it makes him look even more sinister. But yeah, he just lived out here because nobody's used him. Oh, okay, he's just going to go down the drive. Yep. Yeah, no, he's on the top of the drive. I thought he was about to roll down the hill. I hate the sticky. Sticking to my face. I don't know how much of this to film because you can't really see much. It seems so weird to be out here just talking to myself. I mean, I talk to myself anyway, but doing so with a purpose. Oh, they're massive. I might end up stacking them on the floor when this trolley is gone. Really cool military trunk. There appears to be something in there. Are you really paint? Because you sound very watery. I think it's lying. I don't think it should sound that wet unless it's very separated. And you're not going to fit there. Are you going to fit up there? Do I want to risk this? Because this one's really heavy. I feel like I don't want to put another big heavy one up there. I don't know if I can even reach. These gloves smell really bad and making my hands smell bad. Okay, I think I'm going to stop recording for a little bit because we've been going for how long? Probably ages. Only 20 a few minutes. That's not too bad. Doesn't feel like I've done much though. It's several months later because I filmed that back in, I don't even know what month it was. I'll have written it on the screen anyway. But I never actually filmed the end of the shelving. Tiny. Probably because it never actually ended. We've still got stuff down there. There should be another shelf, but because there's a massive trolley there, I can't build the shelf. We need to get rid of that, but getting rid of things is difficult, so haven't been able to finish the shelves. There was one of these in that space over there, but I'm using it as a wet box to keep my clay things moist so that I don't, I hate that word, so that I don't have to work on them straight away. So they stay damp and then I can work on them when I have time or have a chance to. So this is what the shelves look at the moment. This is how the shelves look at the moment. I've got hot tub stuff there. I don't know why that charcoal's moved. It should be down there. Keys paddling pool, all the charcoal for the barbecue. A portable barbecue. Those are sails. When I was trying to cover my hot tub with sails and it didn't work. And then we've got painting supplies. And then just paint up there. And then, yeah, down there there's a gas tank, a trolley full of tools, the AC unit, and garden chairs, and a lawnmower. I did manage to move the bikes over and straighten them all up, so that's all good. There's Key's little outside bed. Got a giant piece of polystyrene that I need to cut up slowly. I say slowly because there's no point in cutting it up when I've got no room in the bin for it. So I've already done half and the other half is there waiting for the bin to be empty enough to put it in. And then I've got all this cardboard. When I order supplies for my pottery, they come in boxes and paper for packing, sometimes bubble wrap. So I've Got some bubble wrap as well. But again, there's no room in the recycling for this right now. So it's waiting here. But I thought I'd show you some of my pottery things that I've been working on. These are sacrificial cookies. They go in underneath glazed pieces so that if any glaze drips, they drip onto that. And they don't stick to my kiln shelf. I actually have some pieces in there at the moment doing a glaze firing, but it's too hot to peek inside. And then we've got the pumpkin. I'm drying him with this so that his stem doesn't dry out too quickly. And then we've got some slow feed dog bowls that need to be glazed. These are more sacrificial cookies, but they're for the dog bowls because I want to be able to glaze the dog bowls with drippy glazes. So I need cookies that are going to be wide enough to extend past the width of the bowl. There's loads of baubles here. I've been making some paw print ones. It's a non-slow feed, so there's some paw print mugs. And I've got a couple a ghost dog here that's not glazed yet. We do actually have 3 left if you wanted a ghost dog tea light holder. And then there's also a vampire key Count Dogula sculpture desk friend that's still available, and I think there's a skelly dog. So if you wanted some Halloween stuff, there's still a few things left. I think there's a pumpkin as well still available. Yeah, working on a few paw prints. I made some little heart-shaped sauce dishes or dip dishes, some little tumblers, and then these ones haven't been fired yet, but they're little sauce jugs. They're cute. They'll be going into the next bisque fire. And I've done my first piece of porcelain jewellery. So it's just a little flower made of black porcelain. It looks white, well it looks blue actually, but it should be black when it's fired. It's just dry at the moment. So yeah, working on some things. Also getting ready to start doing some jewellery. That's for my hot tub, it doesn't need to be there. But there's my bread knife for the styrene. But yeah, I needed a new pickle pot. I plugged this in yesterday to do some jewellery, and it cut all the electrics to the garage because we're on a separate breaker, I think it's called, separate circuit to the house. So it cut all of the electric lights and everything went. Luckily I wasn't doing a firing at the time because that would have been a disaster. But I had to go into the house and flip the switch to turn all the electrics back on. Took this out of the extension lead and tried it in there, and it did the same thing again. So it's definitely a fault with the picker pot, which I'm not surprised really, because a few times I've accidentally left it on when I've left this switch on. I did get into the habit eventually of making sure I always turned that one off, so that if I accidentally left this on, it wouldn't continue to be hot, because this basically heats up a mild acid pickle solution to clean silver, and if you leave it on, it's just going to bubble away until there's nothing. And I've twice, I think, bubbled it down to nothing left, no liquid left. So I'm not really surprised it's broken. I haven't used it for a very long time because I haven't done jewellery for ages. So I've had to order a new pickle pot, so that should be arriving hopefully early next week, and then I can begin the jewellery things. I've actually got a couple of things already done. I just want to wax them. I made these ages ago, and I was going to film myself showing how I did them, but I never did, so I never actually advertised them or listed them. They're waffle studs that I laser engraved. It's really hard to see. I'm going to wax it because I want it to darken, hopefully darken the print. I've got 2 styles. There's the other one. Okay, let's go. Okay. Don't know what you can hear in there. Probably voles, maybe. Let's go. Let's go this way. Just doing all these little pounces. I haven't seen him do them for ages.